It'll be over soon.
Oh, I hope not.
Everything will be gone and this place will be forgotten.
Yes, it will. Hello and welcome to Retro Racing Reviews, where this week we have an intro sequence. Da, 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 da. This is a racing game. Trust me, we're gonna get there. Not quickly, I hasten to add, but we will get there.
It's too bad, really, because the whole thing started out so well. Io was one of the most successful new planets. It was colonized rapidly, industries developed, and people came from everywhere to take advantage of the work opportunities here.
I still don't get how this is a...
For years, we all prospered. It was like living on a new frontier. And then, it all came to a halt.
Ooh.
An accident in one of the mines exposed some sort of virus.
Look, this sounds like a bad Schwarzenegger film from the 80s. Can we get to the point? Obviously not. Seriously, this looks like just bad Total Recall fanfiction.
Press called it Pod. It's practically destroyed everything here.
Okay, it was called Pod. Why? What does Pod stand for? A quick trip to Wikipedia? Planet of Death, apparently. And then it explodes.
Everyone has left Io now, or at least almost everyone. A few of us stayed behind, some by choice, others because they had no choice. Our days are numbered, though. We're all doomed.
We're all doomed!
There is one ship left. One of us will get away to safety. Pod is in the final stages of its destructive cycle. Planet Io and everyone left on it will die. To kill time, we've been using parts from abandoned factories and forgotten equipment to transform cars into superpowered vehicles and race them around the empty streets of Io. Today's races aren't like the others, though. Today, each driver is racing for his life. The winner will take that one remaining place in the last...
God, isn't that contrived?
The others? Well.
So, there you have it. We're almost 3.5 minutes in, and we now have a thinly veiled excuse for a futuristic racing game. Well, go physics. So yes, this is Pod, a futuristic racing game from 1997, which at the time supported the MMX graphical instruction set, which was yet another attempt by the companies at the time to find a graphics standard. We're going to just try a couple of single races, just get a feel for how this is. I don't understand any of the terms, never driven this before. What the hell is that thing? Maybe not. You've got some different stats, not sure how they compare. All these things look like bad extras from Mad Max or Death Race. So let's give this thing a go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And away. So, this doesn't actually look too bad, I guess. I mean, given this thing is almost 20 years old, it's certainly functional. Can't really say much for the, well, the driving model. It's quite basic. There was a criticism levelled at the game when it first came out. And for some reason it wants me to do 8 laps of this initial circuit. Hopefully I can get past this red car at some stage. Maybe not. Now what gets me is that the players, you've got Reyes and Kenichi and Marco and then Shane. No, sorry, Shane is a name for an Australian cricketer. Actually an Australian cricketer who's far too good. Not really a futuristic racy type name, but I don't know, each their own. Maverick is apparently in first. I am not doing any highway to the danger zone jokes. No, I refuse. Not gonna happen. That thing does look like a turd with wheels. I'm sorry, but it does. It's sort of a brown log thing. Oh. Okay, so Maverick apparently has a lot of... Oh. Maverick's all over me! He's all over me! I don't have Sidewinder missiles. I just don't. I just can't. So this is Pod. Apparently it's still supported. I've been having a look at some of the mods you can get for it. Apparently there is an extra add-on car called The Turd. I don't think it's that one though, because this is the installation from Good Old Games. So if there was a car that looked the bill, that was it. You've got other such things as the Kaiser, the Witch, the Pirate, and the Banana. So I do not know what that looks like. I don't think I want to. Apparently one of the cars is some sort of flying purple manta ray thing. So you never know, if I get bored I may play around with those and post my results on here. Ooh. Yes, apparently Shane is making a bid for the lead. Shane in the flying turd. Now apparently this came with an expansion pack. I don't know whether the Good Old Games version has this as well. It was called Back to Hell. In France it was known as Extended Time. I mean, that just sounds like a lock-in at the pub. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Extended Time. You want to recharge your glass, do so now. If you want to drive around in a car that resembles a turd, you can do that too. It did get a sequel, but that was only on the Dreamcast, and I don't have a Dreamcast because, well, let's face it, apart from a few games that are considered classics, that, to be honest, I've never really got into. There wasn't really anything on there that I wanted to play. I mean, Ferrari 355 Challenge, but, you know, who doesn't? Excellent game. I mean, the arcade cabinet was one of my favourites. So I won. I defeated Shane in the flying turd, and we'll have a look at another race. Here we go. And immediately I have to say I can't see what the hell is going on, because the actual blending of the track textures, the wall textures and everything else, and the bits of the ceiling, it's just quite confusing. Now this does work with joypad support, I did try that, and I'm using Xbox 360 pad. Now this car doesn't have as much grip, and it shows, because it is hard to keep the thing on the straight and narrow, but it does accelerate quite quickly, which I'm thankful for, because I keep hitting the walls, and this is a bit bendier than the other track in certain areas. I have to say the car designs are, I mean, I might joke about, you know, brown log shaped ones, a bit like that, but for the most part they're inventive. They don't clutter the screen up too much, they're not obtrusive and get in your way. This is not pod racing. Thank you, I spent a long time thinking that one up. Otherwise I have to say it's a functional driving game. It's certainly no great shakes, but the fact that it works on a modern PC through the Good Old Games installer, yeah, you could do worse. Check it out. I'm got a few more laps to go to the finish. I mean, to be honest, one of the criticisms levelled at this game was that the gameplay could be considered to be quite simplistic, but simplistic isn't a bad thing per se. I mean, sure, it isn't as it doesn't have the same level of pick up and play charm and depth that, say, the first Super Mario Kart has, for example. It's really hold the throttle down, try not to hit any walls, and overall, as long as you do that, it's pretty good. You can't really power slide the cars. I mean, anything you see me do here is just sort of skidding, losing control. As it stands, I'm trying to close in on Maverick. Got a couple of, well, lap and a half left to do it. There he is. Come on, Tom Cruise, I've got you now. Once again, Shane is keeping me honest behind. Obviously, as you'll see, the computer players do keep the same cars from race to race, which is handy to identify them. So, well, looks like Shane's lost third place. So overall, yeah, I can't say this thing would have much long-term appeal, and you can't play the sequel unless you have a Dreamcast. So the Pod series is probably not one of those scheduled for a retro comeback anytime soon. But I mean, I do think it could have some merit to it. But there you go. That's a look at Pod. Review-wise, I have to say it's pretty simplistic, but on the whole, I quite enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.